Hey guys, back with another What If again. And I'm coming back with a brand new What If. It's called What If Deku and Bakugo had the powers of Super Saiyan 4? And y'all wondering, am I gonna give them the fur and all that? No. I'm just giving them the power of it. It might not make sense, but I'll explain along the way. Okay, in the beginning of the history of quirks manifesting, some people, I think 20% or 80% population gets quirks, while out of the 20% gets no quirks and are called quirkless. Specifically, the people who has certain people who has quirks thinks they're better than quirkless people. And today, these two main people are Katsuki Bakugo and Izuku Midoriya getting their quirk check after seeing All Might on the video together, saying they're gonna be just a hero just like All Might. And then the doctor will say, "Sorry kid, that's not gonna happen," to both of them. And they're shocked, like, wait, what? And then it shows they don't have a quirk because their pinky fracture or something like that. That's what they say in the original anime for Deku. So Deku and Bakugo are really bummed out, and their parents are sad for them. And then Bakugo and Deku say they don't need quirks to get strong. They get just trained to get stronger than quirks. That's what Bakugo would tell Deku, and Deku would actually agree with that. And they ask their parents for, like, can they go to, like, martial arts classes, and they will obligingly do so. Sometimes they get rejected, or sometimes they will not even let them be in because they're quirkless. But one day this place they went to last called, I'm making up a name because why not? It's called the Turtle School. And Deku and Bakugo goes in, and they see the signs. All people are allowed. There's no quirkless allowed, or no quirkless people can come in. Everybody could come in, quirkless or quirk people. And they are happy about this. And they go in and see the master of, I'm gonna call it Master Goten. No, but not Goten from like Dragon Ball, but like human Goten. And seeing the two kids, noticing they don't have quirks, he will still oblige them to come in. And he would ask them a specific question: why are they here and what they want to accomplish? And Bakugo and Deku would look at each other, nod, and explain they want to get stronger than people who has quirks, stronger than the people who doesn't look down on them. And they want to be strong just like All Might. And the master would look at them, see the determination in their eyes, and he will broadly laugh and said, "Alright, kids." And the sad thing is, including Deku and Bakugo, there is 2 more students. Ojiro, actually 3 more to be honest. Ojiro, the guy with the tail. Yeah, I think I got his name right. Ochako Uraraka, and Kirishima. And they will basically go and begin their training. And the teacher said they could use their quirks, but they said they obliged not to use them. They want to build the physical body. and speed and stamina, because their quirks are after Deku analyzes them. Uraraka has a gravity quirk, but not good in hand-to-hand combat, and her fighting style she doesn't have. That's why she wants to build up her physical body and speed. And Odrio is literally a walking tank. If he trains his physical body and speed, he will be able to keep up with people, even though if he's hardened or not. And Odrio has a lot of advantage of knocking people down with his tail or put them in a submission hold. That's what they will give them best biology, and they are shocked this kid is this smart. And Bakugo said, "Yeah, he's a nerd with 4 quirks. He's a nerd," and they oblige nerds, and they do know they're quirkless, but they don't care. They don't do that racist type shit. And then the training will begin while Bakugo and Deku are building up their body. Mind you, they're age 4. I think that's the age limit. So they start with basic push-ups, so does the others. They basically go to like 10. And at first all of them can't even do it. But the teacher will remind them if they don't do this, they can't pass on to the next test. And they will push each other harder than ever before. At least doing like for a one whole week, actually one week. They was able to do 10 in a row in a week. Now it was coming up to squats. And they did 10 squats of a week. And sit-ups, they did that a week with 10. And they began doing most of fighting stances. So Deku will actually do the Goku stance, well, Bakugo does the Vegeta stance. While Bakugo and Deku are training in the martial arts way and their own styles, the kids are basically training their own style, like what fits them and their quirks. Basically, since Odrio has a hardening quirk, he can basically bulldoze and find a way to get closer and hit their opponents. That's what he will start learning. While Uraraka is doing strategies of grabbing and taking down her opponents and subduing them. Not like killing them, but subduing them. While Odrio is legally good at advantage by knocking them down with his tail or getting them down with a headlock. Or hitting them in good rib shots. While Bakugo and Deku are physically working harder than anybody, the master would tell them to follow him outside. Even though they're the age of 6 right now, they've been training extra and extra harder. And the master will take them. They do go to school. No one really decides to fuck with them. And I'm gonna say they all go to the same school. And Bakugo and Deku are basically, they was told to meditate under the waterfall, find your inner self, find that inner, I'm gonna say inner animal. While they are meditating, Bakugo and Deku senses something inside them. They don't know what or what it is, but it's overwhelming. While the other 3 students, Uraraka is sensing the whole, like feeling the whole, since she has a gravity, she feels the whole gravity is like different. Like instead of touching it, she can touch the air and literally walk on it. But she knows she can do it, but she doesn't know how. And she's feeling like she is gravity. That's specifically what it is she's thinking. She has to become gravity. So she's focusing on meditating on that for a little while. Kirishima is focusing on his hardening powers. But he's figuring he's sensing he's so weighted down by his own heaviness. He needs to control how much heaviness he can use. And Ojiro, thinking this is the way, Ojiro is, we're gonna call him his spider type animal, because why not? Monkey type animal, something like that. We're gonna do that. While that is happening, the three kids look at Bakugo and Deku, and they feel that immense power. Even though they don't feel it, they know they have the strongest animals in them. Bakugo and Deku are not even paying attention. They're in the zone of what's inside. And then the master sees, so they are quirkless, but they have the strongest animals. While Deku and Bakugo are looking deeper and deeper inside themselves. And then they touched this orb that was literally in front of them, but it's huge as fuck. And once they touch it, something happened. Something roared into them. And then the moment that happened, it roared and there's a surge of energy popped out of them. Like it literally roared, like how this picture is going. The power started to skyrocket. And the moment it did that, they see a yellowish aura around them, but there's red hair on top of it. It's not Super Saiyan God. Since I didn't give them the fur, their hair would turn to a different color, and their eyes would turn to yellow. While Deku's turned yellow, Bakugo's turned blue. If you read in Dragon Ball GT, Vegeta has blue eyes when he goes Super Saiyan 4. And the moment they're roaring, and the powers still increase until the master knocks them out. And they wondering, are they really quirkless or not? And the teacher will tell them they are quirkless. He's checked their papers. So this is a phenomenon power. And once they woke up and asked what happened, the three students, they said they went into this type zone way, and they saw this big sphere. And then once they touched it, they saw a giant fucking animal that roared with power. And honestly, after the three kids and the master explained what happened to them while it happened, and they are shocked. That much power out of us? I thought we was quirkless. And the master explained you are, but that was the type of spirit animal you have. It gave you all that power. And now, y'all figure that out. Y'all can be heroes now. But y'all need to train to control that power. And they nod. All of them. Y'all all my students. None are better than the other. Understand? And they will say, yes, sensei. And then they will begin training for the next couple of more weeks. And at this point, they're the age of 14. They are literally learning as they go. Even though, I'm going to say this, Bakugo and Deku learn how to use ki glasses. They just call it that. And they figure out that they can give or heal or literally make techniques out of them. And the other students can learn this as well, but they're not fully have a lot of ki like them. They have to work up to it. But I'm gonna say they're 20% under Goku's base strength for the three students, while Deku and Bakugo are 50% of Goku's base strength. And they can summon their powers, like, not really at will, but they can summon it a little bit. Like, their eyes will go to the specific colors, red for yellow for Izuku, but blue for Bakugo, and their hair will turn red, and their power will increase like for like tenfold. And this is not fully mastered. If they fully master it, it will go up by 50 times. And they spar with each other, and they notice every time they spar, they get honestly faster, or they're learning as they fight. While the other students are learning how to control their base ki and learning how to utilize as fast as them, they are wearing heavy more weights. Izuku and Bakugo are wearing like the heavy weights, but the other students are the ones they left behind, so they wear heavier weights than them. So they are basically boosting up their strength more than more. And sometimes they win against Izuku and Bakugo, while Bakugo and Izuku beats them multiple times, but they beat them once, and this is shocking. They're getting stronger, and then they keep training more in a couple more weeks. Go back home and literally saying to their mothers they have power, but it's not a quirk, and they explain they're going to keep this secret like it's a quirk or not, because they are suspicious about this not like world, but suspicious about the society or who's behind it, and they nod to that. So one more thing they do for like before they almost hit age 15, they fully mastered their full power mode, but they tapped into something else. While the other three students actually tapped into a state of limit breaker for humans in a way. They are basically at their basically at Zuku and Bakugo's full power Super Saiyan 4 state, but they don't have them. You already get what I mean. So basically they're at that part when they go Limit Breaker 1. I might say they might get another one, I don't know. But Bakugo and Deku reached the pinnacle of evolution of power. They broke to their limits and got a Limit Breaker form that gives them a red aura around their whole body. It's called Full Power Limit Breaker. And they basically are the strongest kids in this world at this point, but they decide not to use their full power. But at the age of 15, they all decide to go into UA. And all the students know they are definitely strong. They don't even make fun of them and they showed off, like Bakugo and Deku showed off their powers, and they know not to fuck with them. So basically that's what it is. So yeah. And after they left the master's place and went to go relax for another couple months, and sludge filling never happened. All Might catch them, and never dropped it either. So they trained for the next 10 months cleaning the beach. All of them. No powers, no none of that. No key punches or none of that. They do it normally. And then they finish in the 5th week of it. 5th day. And that is surprising to them. And they master basically their key techniques. While Uraraka is actually mostly like almost an 18 way, and her 18's tags almost have her attacks. But she does do, like, she kind of figured out how to do a solar flare and basically something like. But this is the only thing Uraraka and the other 3 humans figure out. They figure out how to make the Kaioken, but they fully don't know how to master it all the way. But they only have Kaioken times 1 right now. they can't go any higher than that. And they were told to use it at a last resort. And if you use it and people ask what their quirk is, the humans, like basically Uraraka, Kirishima, and Ojiro's quirk, they said it's part of their like animal, their specific part of their quirk. They don't use. And they do try to teach it to Deku and Bakugo, but Bakugo doesn't want to learn it. But Deku learns it just in case. And he's at the same level as them, like Kaioken times 1. He doesn't go higher than that. Bakugo does the Vegeta route. He does his own training. And they are basically ready for the UA exam, and they told each other not to go all out, but act like you're going all out. And they're for the UA high school. But this is where I'm gonna end it. Peace. I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you subscribe to it, and I hope you have your guys' thoughts on it. Peace.